Well, hello and welcome into 5 Plus. Crap. 3, 2, 1. Hello, I'm Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell with your weather impact forecast here. We've seen the snow trying to make a run at St. Louis tonight, but the area is so doggone dry, and temperatures are still in the upper 20s to lower 30s. So even if the snowflakes are reaching the ground is not that cold. It's not really a big deal, but through the overnight hours, at least through about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, there is that potential of light snow, especially north and east of St. Louis. It does not cause any big problems. There might be a little dusting on the grass. That's going to be about it. Now, Friday, it's a windy day. We get back into the mid-40s midday, and then temperatures start dropping late in the afternoon, and we will have some snow showers. Some of those may have, essentially like a shower in the summertime, a brief downpour of snow, and it may have a little grapple mixed in with it, which is kind of like a soft hail, wet snow kind of thing. And that tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening, there could be some isolated slick spots that develop. For most areas, it's not a problem, but if you got under one of those little heavier showers, temperatures are going to be a little bit above freezing. So again, it's just a matter of if it's coming down too hard briefly, it does create some slick spots. Then we get into the weekend, and our long advertised cold air moves in as the polar plunge just kind of accelerates over the weekend. Now listen, if we have any snow overnight tonight, gone by tomorrow morning. No problems out the door. We're actually above freezing tomorrow morning. It's going to be windy. It's going to be a warmer day. That's because for the first part of the day, we're ahead of the main Arctic front. You want to know where the cold air is? It's up here just crossing out of Canada right now. Here's that first leading edge kind of arcing right out there. You can see it just as plain as day. And then back behind that, there's another area with some snow showers. And that's the one we'll have to watch as we go into tomorrow evening. So as we head towards the rush hour tomorrow, first part of the rush hour, there should be absolutely no problems around St. Louis. Notice here we are 5 o'clock in the evening, we're still around 40 degrees. But that's the point at which temperatures are really starting to drop. We'll drop into the 30s. This mixture is probably mostly snow. Again, there might be some of that grapple in there, which is kind of a partially melted, maybe refrozen kind of mix between sleet and snow. And you'll probably see that across parts of the area. Notice you see some darker blue in there, some darker pink. That's where it's a little more intense. It's a showery type thing. And so if you get under one of those brief little, if you want to call it a downpour, then those are the areas that have the potential for at least a half hour or so of having some slick spots develop. But you notice where our temperatures are. They're in the mid-30s, so we're still above freezing. We're not anticipating this being a big impact. It may have just a brief impact if you're under one of those heavier showers. Then the cold air is going to come rushing in overnight tomorrow night into Saturday. And with that, a few more snow flurries going into Saturday. Now, Saturday is a cold day. And as we head into early Saturday morning, there's still a potential, some snow flurries around. I can see a little dusting here or there. We have a large area here where there's the potential of seeing a dusting to maybe a half an inch. Can't imagine more than that. And it's going to be hard to get all of these areas with a little bit of snow. Some will, some won't. Not everybody's getting in on this, but we all get to share in on the cold Arctic air. The plunge is definitely here. It's dropping down Saturday into Sunday, big cold time. We get another surge from Monday into Monday night and Tuesday. Good thing about Tuesday is kids go back to school. It doesn't look like there's much of a breeze Tuesday morning, so our wind chills shouldn't be much lower than the actual temperature, which we're forecasting to be around 10 degrees or so. So that's right on the cusp of a weather impact alert, but we think the wind chills Sunday morning closer to 0 for most of us. Now, we do get a break towards the middle of the week as some milder air tries to push back in, but you notice, even though we're kind of, doing this little dance here, coldest air is sliding up, but there is another area poised to drop in later next week and into the weekend. Now, we think that the coldest part of that as we head towards the end of next week stays to our north, but this does set the stage for a potential system to slide by to our south, and maybe that gives us a little rain or snow. We don't know yet. We don't know if it's going to be close enough to us to be an issue, a problem, but we'll keep you updated as we go forward. We do know the cold air is going to be in place here this weekend. Really cold weekend on the way. Highs on Saturday probably occur early in the morning, and then we're in the low to mid-20s most of the day. Saturday night dropping to around 10, 11 degrees. Sunday morning, these are your wind chills. They are around zero. Some of us will be below zero. That, of course, is with the steady winds. There still will be some wind gusts. And so when that happens, it's even feeling colder. So late Sunday or late Saturday into Sunday, that is our weather impact alert time. The wind chill's near zero. You know, you're going to need some extra layers for sure. The hat, the gloves, the coat. If you are traveling this weekend, make sure you throw a blanket in, maybe a couple of bottles of water in the car, just in case something were to happen with these cold temperatures coming in across the region. Pets need to be inside. I want you to use any additional supplemental heating systems, i.e. space heaters, safely. Follow the directions, keep them away from anything flammable. Make sure you're using the right extension cords if they are plug-in heaters. And don't let that be your main source for heat, and make sure your smoke detectors are working. That's the weather impact alert for later Saturday into Sunday because of the cold air. Don't think the snow, certainly the snow overnight tonight and any snow that we see Friday evening, it doesn't look like a big deal. The impacts are negligible as far as, causing us problems. Wednesday's our warmest day, then we're cooling it off again, and we could be colder than what we have for next weekend. Right now, we'll throw in some low chances for some rain or snow along about next Saturday, but that remains to be seen.